Okay. The nightcap, Florida State at Stanford. Florida State minus 17.5 is the line. Game total of 53.5. Okay, this is kind of like the WTF game of the week. Um, it's crazy to me that this is a conference. These two teams are in the same conference. Um, Stanford has looked better recently. Okay, so they've in their last, they're 2-3 in their last five. They've good wins at home against San Jose State and a good win at home against Boston College. Um, Florida State, on the other hand, has struggled. They've dropped three in a row. Overtime loss to UVA. 28-22 loss to Miami at home. And again, they kind of dressed up. They were never really in that. It was. I think they scored 16 points, and it was 28-6 going into the fourth quarter, and they dressed it up a little bit. And then the bad loss at home against Pitt last week. Um, I like the Seminoles to win. But I don't think they're going to cover the 17.5. Stanford, they've only really looked bad like away from Stanford. Um, the bad loss in week 0 to Hawaii, at Hawaii, loss at BYU, loss at Virginia, loss at SMU. Um, they got 2 wins, both have come at home. They've been chippy at home. This is a brutal travel spot, brutal time. This game's going to kick off at what, 10:30 Eastern. So for the body clock, that's got to mess with the Florida State side. Travel spot going from Florida to California, long travels. It's a tough travel schedule. Um, yeah, I'm taking Stanford plus the 17.5. I think they stay within the number. I think they're chippy. I don't think they win. I'm not going to go anywhere near the money line on this one. When it comes to the game total, yeah, I'd take the over. I do think this one flies over. I think I'll say you get what it, it's 53.5. So Florida State can win 34-20, and I'll still cover, and I'll still go over. So that's what I'm rooting for. 34-20 win for Florida State. So that the over and the plus 17.5 covers. Um, it's when it comes to talent, Florida State is obviously the more talented team. They need a win. They're gonna get a win here, but it's not gonna come easy. Um, Tough travel spot. They got the good. They got up in the good win in week 1 against Alabama, but they've looked pretty mid ever since. Um, ever since that overtime loss at Virginia, they've not been the same team. Then again, they had to play the best team in the country and they hung with them. But even still, um, I like Stanford to cover this one with a tough travel spot for Florida State. I like Stanford to cover this. Yeah, that's the play. All right.